Hey, what's going on? Welcome back to I Got Something to Say, day 18 of the vlog. Thank you for staying with me. Thank you for supporting me and keeping everything up. As I get more comfortable in front of this camera, things seem to come along a lot better, so I appreciate everything. What pissed me off, what got me going on today, let me see. First thing first, this is the James Sorensen, okay? Now, he is a dude in Colorado Springs, Colorado. They just got finished with PrideFest over there on Saturday, and basically he came to PrideFest with I guess a concealed weapon or unconcealed. I don't know. It was a .40 caliber weapon on his hip. He was leaving, and the police stopped him. So they stopped him because he had, of course, the gun. But then they detained him for 15 minutes and arrested his ass. So here you got a man leaving PrideFest, a gay man. And he's leaving a gay pride festival. The police stopped him. And then obviously you know they must have made a mistake because you had the mayor and the spokesman of the whole of the police force on the next day giving their firm apologies, blaming straight out ignorance for what happened. It would seem like there's cheat sheets or whatever, and the police got the wrong or an outdated cheat sheet saying that you can't have you can't have a gun on a public park. And I'm thinking to myself, come on, dude, are you really going to be that weak? Really? Seriously? I mean, like, okay, what about, even if you couldn't have it in the park, he had to move from his house to the park. So what about all that area between? You know what I'm saying? It's dumb, dude. I mean, you just fucked up. Just say that you fucked up and that, you're sorry. You harassed him because he was gay. I'm thinking that, I mean, that's my personal opinion. But they're blaming it on ignorance. But any which way you look at it, it's ignorance of both kinds, of the worst type on both levels. It doesn't matter. Either ignorance of the law or ignorant because you're having a travesty of justice against a gay man, and you're just blaming it on the fact that it's a gay pride parade or a gay pride festival. Now don't get me wrong. If I would have seen it, and I would have been just in asking the police to maybe investigate or to take a look at it. But once they saw that there was no threat, once they saw that he really was just a citizen trying to protect himself or whatever, you just let him go and go about his business. So, hey, that's one thing that pissed me off already today. So I want to talk about the hacker group Anonymous, okay? They took over the Ugandan. First of all, thank you, Anonymous. Anonymous, and if you don't know Anonymous' speech, he says, "We are legion. We don't forgive, and we don't forget." They say, and they let you know, and they have attacked many unjust, quote unquote, unjust people, and this is on a global scale. They call them terrorists, but they by FBI, CIA, world law enforcement, all that, they call them terrorists, but you know what? They don't take terrorist action to me. What they do is they make people aware that governments should be afraid of their people, not the other way around. And in this case, they gave a warning to the Ugandan government by taking control of two of Uganda's government websites, leaving warnings and showing that force of power. And I've always said this. I've kept in line with Anonymous. I've kept up with some of their recent actions and things. If there was such thing as the Illuminati, if the Illuminati was on one side, that would be like devil, quote unquote. They're the enlightened ones. Then their natural-born enemy, their mortal enemy, would be Anonymous, which would be the masses, because that's who Illuminati tried to control. And in this case, they were standing up for the gay Ugandan citizens and the gay Ugandan population, being against the kill gay legislation that criminalizes being gay in Uganda, which it is criminal. So they're doing something that they're doing something that gay people in America could not do, because we are not together. We're not together on what we want to do a lot of times. We got so many divides, and Anonymous kind of told the line and came up there. So thank you to Anonymous on that one. You're doing big things. Watch, I'm going to have the FBI after me now. You Anonymous here. Yes, I love Anonymous. You go, man. And man meaning the millions of you that they are. Remember, they are your bus drivers. They are your teachers. Your principals. They're your government leaders. They're anybody. They could be anybody. They're your next door neighbors. They're anything. You should at this time always understand to treat people how you want to be treated, because you never know what you're getting yourself into. Anonymous. There you go. Now, I want to talk about this big thing. This happened on July 23rd. Now, everybody knows Jonathan Merritt, big anti-gay, big Christian group activist. His father was head of the Southern Baptist Convention at one point, all that bull jive. And then you have Azariah Southworth. Now, Azariah Southworth is the guy who came out on July 23rd and outed old boy. So, you know, he came out and outed him, but talked about their sexual encounters and things like that there. Now, okay, let me start off like this. Do I have a problem with that? Well, when you're benefiting off the hatred of others, when you are influencing people to hate another group, and you do have strong influence like that, like Jonathan Merritt does, when you're living that lie, or whatever lie, and then you come up and like being with God, come on, dude. Yeah, I mean, what can you expect? If you continue on doing what you're doing, and you continue spreading your message of hate all the while, you part of the group that you try to get people to hate, yeah, you deserve what you got. Yeah, okay, I can dig it. And you can't be mad about it, because either you should have stopped that shit if you really want to be genuine about your stuff, about what you preach. You should stop being gay if you want to be genuine about what you preach, or you should just not preach it, or expect that there's going to be some repercussions that someone's going to out you, as this dude Azariah Southworth did. But here's my thing here's the thing that pissed me off about Azariah Southworth. Two wrongs don't make a right. And now, am I judging what he did is wrong? No. But he comes out as having regret and remorse and guilt about what he did to Jonathan Merritt. And I'm like, well, you thought about it for a year, dog. He writes that he thought about the whole action for a year, that he regrets not talking to Jonathan Merritt about it first, that he really cares about him. And I'm thinking, come on, dude, you need to be made of sterner stuff. Don't be bullshitting these folks. Azariah Southworth, you thought about it for a whole year. It was premeditated. And if you really cared about that man, like you say you did, like you say you do, you would have pulled him to the side and had a conversation with him instead of putting his shit on Front Street and with everybody to see, trying to make money off the infamy. That's what you should have did. If I care about somebody, no matter what they're doing, no matter how they're living their life, if I care about somebody, then I'm going to pull them to the side and try to get them to mend their own ways. I'm not going to put this shit out on business street so everybody can see, so they can be humiliated and take away their means of supporting themselves and all the other nice stuff. Now, you know why you did it. You did it for the page hits. You did it for the page views. Now, I mean, don't get me wrong. You stand up for if you did it for the LGBT community, I understand that. If I know somebody is dogging my community, my people, and I know that they're gay or whatever, I would have done the same thing. There's no doubt about it. But I'm not gonna sit up there and be like, oh, I regret it. No, I care about him. No, you don't. No, you don't. No, you don't. Because if you did, you would have just hit. You know, I guess my thing is stop being a pussy, man. You fucking came up and you know what you did and you know why you did it. You did it for the page hits and you did it for the page views. He deserved it. Yeah, I believe he deserved it. But you seem weak now that you come out, oh, I care about him. If you really cared about him, then you should have pulled him to the side as a friend, talked to him and got him to mend his life and help him on the path of truth rather than trying to pull his shit on Front Street. Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm mad about. You know, I mean, like, you talking about, yeah, I care about him. We should have. Sounds like to me that you were an angry bitch, that really just didn't want to, was mad because he didn't call you back and he chopped and screwed you. So now you just want to put his shit on Front Street now that you see it's all about. Sounds like some jealousy shit to me. But, I mean, the way that you wrote it, at least to me. But, you know, I mean, here it is. Here's how I'm going to put it. The opposite of wrong is not right. The opposite of wrong is correct. Okay? So even if you was trying, Ezra Southworth was trying to do the right thing, the opposite of wrong is not right. The opposite of wrong is correct. And if you try to do the correct thing to you, if you call him friend, if you call yourself caring about him as you written, then you should have pulled him to the side and try to be that friend rather than pull his shit out on the open. So that's what I'm really mad about. I'm not mad about. I think John Merritt got what he deserved. I'm not mad about that. I think I'm mad at Ezra Southworth because he pulled that bullshit regret bull job like he really cares. Come on, dude, you bull job. And I said all I had to say. Peace the fuck out.